Yes, hello, thanks for tuning in. It's Stuart, the classical record collector, classical record dealer. My website, lpclassical.co.uk, where I basically sell records that I buy from various sources. So yeah, I've got another unboxing video. Another one's arrived in the post. I'm fast depleting my savings and buying a lot of records, but I'm hoping that it will pay off, and they're records that I find interesting. So, even those that I don't sell, I still enjoy having them. I think I've got a fair idea what this is. First of all, though, I'd just like to say that I made a video last night about the top sellers on eBay, the most expensive records which are selling on eBay. And I found the Kleiber Marriage of Figaro SXL 2000 box set. And I stated my surprise and said this is not the original grooved issue. And somebody very kindly pointed out that it is the original. It's what they call a pancake groove record, and it actually predates the edition that a lot of people call ED1. In other words, the groove with the original recording by writing around the circumference. So there is actually an ED0 apparently, and that's the pancake. I believe that the pancake is actually quite rare. A lot of the 2000s have the original is the ED1 with the proper, the groove and the original recording by. But this ED0 apparently predates that where it occurs, and so that Marriage of Figaro that we saw on eBay is actually the earliest issue and hence quite desirable. Okay, so thanks for those of you who pointed out. I do remember the pancakes from the 90s when I was dealing. I just forgot, so I'm getting up to date, and there are some sort of gaps which have occurred in my knowledge in that time. But anyway, thank you for helping me out on that. So yeah, let's see what's inside here. Let's have a look. And let's hope it's not too boring, because the last video I did on an unboxing I think was on the Hyperions. Well, if you don't find Hyperions interesting, then I suppose that video would have been a bit boring for you to watch. Because I'm scouring places like eBay and finding dealers with lots of records that I'm interested in, particularly like one label, for example, Hyperion. I bought all the Hyperions off this particular dealer, minus the vocal and choral, because I'm not that interested in vocal and choral works on any label, really, to be honest with you. And from my experience as a dealer, vocal and choral are the least popular. Probably only organ is less popular than vocal and choral, so I try to avoid them. Okay, what have we got here? Yep, okay, so it's packed in a cruciform box, and I do recycle packaging, so I mean this has saved me a couple of pounds that because I can reuse this. I do try to recycle wherever I can. Let's just have a look. So yeah, let's have a look if I can show you. I found a seller with lots of Finlandias. Finlandia is obviously a Finnish label. I think it's very good quality. I think the pressings are very good, and I think the music is quite interesting. It's mainly sort of 20th century repertoire. I knew about this label because I have this in my collection. This record, it's a cello concerto, Per Henrik Nordgren cello concerto. Unfortunately, it's faulty. I listened to it last week, and it's got a repeating tick for about 2 minutes, so I won't be selling that. There's not much. I don't sell records. If I find a repeating tick on a record, I don't sell it, so that's not being sold, and it's in the worst place. It's in the first movement of the cello concerto, so sadly. But it did remind me about Finlandias, and I had a look around, and I found this seller with lots of Finlandias that look quite interesting, and I made an offer per record, and I said, look, I'll take all your Finlandias off you except for the choral and vocal, so basically orchestral and chamber. Let's have a look and see what he's sent then. Okay, so okay, yeah, all right, fair enough. So he's taken, or has he taken them out of the jackets? I know that there's some controversy about this. Some of you say, yeah, must take the sleeve out of the jacket. That's fair enough. you know, I can see the reasoning in that. Personally, of all the records I've ever been sent where they've been in the jacket, I've never had any problems, but I'm always happy to do that as a seller. If somebody tells me I've just placed an order, please take the sleeves out of the jackets, then I will do that without any problem whatsoever. So let's see what he sent. So first of all, this one, Usco Merry Lion, Symphony Number 3. It's and we've got Concerto Number 2 for piano and orchestra. So I quite like that kind of record where you've got a symphony on one side and a piano concerto on the other. So I've got no idea what that's going to sound like. When did he live? 1971. So that's really relatively recent, virtually avant-garde kind of repertoire. It's probably music that most people won't like, but it's so unusual that, you know, I think it will look good on my, on my website. It will raise some eyebrows. I'm trying to make my stock as interesting as possible, not just go for the SXLs, the ASDs, all those that people expect to see and they see time and time again. It's good to show some different labels. I like a lot of European labels, and this is one of them. So here's another one here. What have we got here? We've got Suomi Elisha, Orkesterissa Finnish orchestral music. Okay, not very good there with the pronunciation. I spent time in Russia, so I mean I can have a fair good go at a long surname like that. Let's just see if I can get that right this time. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm absolutely stupid. What that means, that is not a name and a surname. That's a translation of Finnish orchestral music. I just realized what a dumbo I am, but obviously I don't know Finnish. So yeah, Suomi is Finland in Finnish, isn't it? And then Orkesterissa obviously means orchestral music. Well, okay. Okay, so we got a piece by Sibelius here. Jan Felt, and we've got Madet Toja, Melatin Kaski. Well, this is crazy. I don't even know what these are. Impromptu for string orchestra. Oh, there's a translation on the back. Thank goodness. I'm making a fool out of myself. Sibelius, Impromptu for string orchestra. That will be interesting. We've got Wedding March. We've got a folk song from the Sweet Harvest Dance. We got something from Peleus and Melisande. And then on the other side, we've got some more Sibelius, Miranda. Yeah, well, anyway, you get the point. This looks to me like a genuinely interesting record, mainly because it is mainly Sibelius and some other composers by the looks of it, but mainly Sibelius. So, very nice label, by the way. I like the label in the middle. It's nice and clear. It's just white, no special fancy design or anything, no frills. Okay, so I'm putting that into the jacket. What have we got next? Music for oboe. There's another one. Music for oboe, Kalevi Aho, and then we've got Crucell, Bernard Enric Crucell, and we got Mozart. I don't believe it. K370, the Great Oboe Quartet. Oh, that is really good. I've forgotten about that. That was one of the main reasons I wanted that record, actually. That is going to be really interesting. The Great Oboe Quartet, and then we've got 2 other works. So yeah, that is a real good record. Yep, it's a good one. The jacket's in really good condition. This guy must have a shop, maybe. I don't know. He's got price label on the back. I don't know. Maybe he's got a shop. Perhaps he is. And this one, oh, I really like the jacket here. Wait till you see this. I really like this jacket. Wait till you see it. And it's in beautiful condition as well. What do you think of that jacket? Do you like that? So it's Requiem by Jonas Kokkonen, the Academic Choral Society, Ulf Soderblom, conductor. Well, I mean, I said I don't usually buy choral music, but if it's a Requiem, that's a bit different. Then, I thought that would be interesting to hear that. He was born 1921, so that's going to be I don't know, I'm kind of expecting something like Ligeti, Lux Eterna or Requiem or something like that. It's from that era, isn't it? So it's going to be the kind of woo, the sort of woo music from 2001. Yep, that's a good one. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Right, here we are. Sibelius, cello and piano works. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the soloist on this is Raimo Sariola, who I've never heard of. It doesn't matter. It's cello and piano. I think that is a really good record. I think that's really good. That's not going to be selling for peanuts on my website. I mean, that's really unusual. Works for cello and piano. It looks, there may be transcriptions. That is really, I think that's really a really good find. And we've got some violin works. We've got for violin and piano. So we've got, but I think that everything here is cello and piano. I think that there are some transcriptions here. So yeah, that is a really, I'm really glad to see this one. Yeah, arrangements of orchestral works for piano and cello. That is good. That is really good. And really, that is probably the best one out of the whole lot. So I don't know. I'm going to be selling that for about £30. You know, selling records, it's a bit like being a fisherman. You're not scattering the bait everywhere, and you're not just throwing all your bait into the water and letting the fish eat your best bait. That's a bad analogy. No, you're not doing that. No, you're trying to catch the biggest fish with the best quality bait. And sometimes you've got to wait a while for the right fish to come along for that particular bait. And I mean, there's no point in me putting that up on my website for a £5, because I mean, the right person for that record might not come along for 6 months, but then one day somebody will come along and think, oh wow, Sibelius, that particular performer, I've been looking for that for ages. And because I've not let it go cheaply to somebody who didn't really want it, and I've put a reasonable price on it, the person who really wants that record, it's still going to be there, and they're going to be able to buy it. So that's the way I do things. If I get something unusual like that, yes, I'm putting a high price on it because I need to get some return, but also I preserve it for the person who really wants it. That's not me profiteering. That's just good business sense and trying to distribute the right product to the right customer. I hope you understand that. That's always the way that I did things anyway. It's not just about making money. And I'm particularly interested in running this business because I like getting the right records to the right people. So we got another interesting one here. It says on it, Shadow, Symphony No. 4 and Cello Concerto, another cello work, fantastic. And it's Arto Noras on cello. So brilliant. A cello concerto, a 20th century cello concerto. Aulis Salinen, the composer, born in 1935. So, I mean, that music ain't going to be pretty, is it? Like Mozart or Haydn. It's going to be a brooding, dissonant, discordant, full-scale 20th century work. And I do like that kind of music. I mean, I was listening to Britten's Violin Concerto recently, and that's got that sort of brooding, sort of dark quality to it, that sort of wandering, questioning, I don't know, sort of postmodern uncertainty that, I particularly like. So, I mean, my favorite composer is Mozart, but I like other types of music as well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I've got some fabulous records there. So it's just getting the time together to list them on my website. It is time consuming photographing the records properly, putting them up and everything. It is time consuming, but I'm getting there. I'm doing maybe 5 a day, so I'm actually planning to do 30 this weekend, so hopefully I'll be able to do some of these. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed that unboxing. Any comments, leave them below the video. Bye for now.